the first video. I guess I'm just doing them all as long takes, so I'll just clarify that.
Okay, so here we're going to go through some of the basic tools that we use for the projects we work on for window cleaning. This is our tool belt here. We got a couple of different belts with different clasps there, but we've got our squeegee, our T-bar, scrub pad goes on the T-bar, washer sleeve, or mop we also call it, shorter 6-inch squeegee, scrub pad, track brush in here, and then our towels. So put the belt on quick. We like to keep our belt set up pretty simple. If you look at other videos of other window cleaners, you'll see guys with all kinds of stuff on their belts. I like to keep things simple so that we know where everything's at. It helps with efficiency and well, it's just easier to get around too. So I'm going to show you how we put our washer sleeve on. So typically washer sleeves last for a few days unless we're on a really dirty project, but when we get a new one, we just slide it in here. It's pretty easy to do. There we go. Squeegee. It's a squeegee channel, squeegee handle, and obviously the insert here. I'll show you how to replace a blade on that. We got our 6-inch squeegee, which we use for smaller windows. We call them cut-ups or French pane windows, that type of deal. In the back pouch here, we've got, we keep our track brush and our scrub pad, which we use when we're doing exterior windows and interior windows with grease spots, typically windows above sinks or where dog nose prints or fingerprints are on sliding doors, that type of thing. On the belt, we've got 2 bull rings here. The front bull ring, what we do is we have our initial towel. We'll often call it the slop towel, which is the first towel we use after we squeegee a window off. Then we've got our detail towel here, which we like to keep dry as possible. Once this towel is too wet to use, we toss that aside, put it back in the truck. This gets rotated to the slop towel position, and we pull another towel out of our belt and use that as our detail towel. The track brush and scrub pad, this we get wet before we use, which I'll show you later in another video. Track brush, we'll go over how to use this in another video too when we're cleaning tracks. Some other tools that we use, we've got, this is a sea sponge that we use to clean tracks. It works real well on double hung windows that are really dirty. When we crank open windows, sometimes there's some mold, mildew. This works really well for getting into the cracks, and they hold up real well too. As you can see, it's pretty dirty from being used. Boot covers. We always wear boot covers anytime we're in our house. Try not to wear them outside. And then this is our insert. There's a couple different types of inserts we use. This is a medium insert, which we use when the weather's a little warmer. We also use soft inserts when the weather's cold. Rubber gets soft and they just wear out real quick and don't work as well if you're not using the right insert for the right weather. Anyhow, typically here in Minnesota, there's a couple, maybe April, maybe into May a little bit, we'll use the soft. Come October, November, we'll switch back to soft, but the rest of the time we're using the medium rubbers. So I'm going to show you quick how to put a new insert in. Sometimes they stick a bit. This one's dry, so do this first. We always cut. These are 14-inch inserts for a 14-inch channel, but what we found is they're just a little long. So what we do is we cut about 3/16 to 1/4 inch off of our insert. We just take a razor blade. This one's a little dull, but so be careful with them. And we cut off just a little chunk. The reason for doing that, when we have that extra insert sticking off the ends, it bends and the water will swing up over the edge of it. We can leave lines on the glass, and when we're going around frames, when we bump into the frame, the insert can bend. And the more you have there, the larger section of water you have on the edges or the corners of the frame that you got to detail off. So what I found is when the insert's tighter to the channel, I do a little bit better job getting closer to the corners, less detailing. So there's a little metal insert that goes in the end here to hold the insert in. Recently I switched to wood. It seems to work well. It doesn't really matter what you put in there. You're going to put it in on the back side here, and it's going to just keep the insert from sliding out. One of these sides is a little looser than the other. It's kind of hard to tell when the rubber's dry, but if it's damp, you can tell it's this side over here. When you're looking at the squeegee, the left side's a little looser, it slides in that side, this side will grip it a little tighter, and then we slide our piece of wood or whatnot in there. So I'll put that in later. We got our bucket here. This bucket is where we're going to put our water. Every truck in the morning when you show up, you're going to have a 5-gallon bucket. It's going to be set in here. It's going to be water in there and soap. Dump it in. You only need about half a gallon or so in the bucket. And then this is what we use to dip our washer into. Apply to the window. Squeegee off. I think that's all I need right there.
All right.
Thanks.